Hi everyone, it's Stephanie with Food by Purpose. Today, I'm going to fix my camera real quick. Okay, much better. Today I want to talk to you about how to overcome rejection. When you're searching for jobs, whether right out of college, after you've been laid off, a job search is a time where you're really, really vulnerable, and honestly you experience a lot of rejection. Also a time where you're applying to colleges, or even just in a startup business venture, you're trying to connect with other business owners and try to do joint venture partnerships and all of that. And at the other end of that, you experience a lot of no's. And it can be really tough. You have to be really tough-skinned through this time to keep going, move forward, dust off your feet, and keep looking and not give up and persevere and all of that wonderful pep talk stuff. But let's get real here. A lot of people say it's not personal, it's business. Guess what? It's personal to you. While it may be standard business procedure for them to deny applicants, to deny employees they were considering or prospective employees, you may have really wanted to be accepted into that university. You may have really wanted that job. And so that denial can hurt. So my first tip to you is accept your feelings. Accept that it hurts. Acknowledge your feelings that are associated with that denial. Don't bury them. Don't pretend that they're not there. Don't fake it till you make it. I don't always agree with that advice. I think that you need to acknowledge where you are, acknowledge your feelings. Feel your feelings with an exception here. Feeling your feelings and acknowledging where your feelings are coming from are healthy. And a lot of people actually don't want to do this. Or they might say, I'm angry at them, because anger is an easier emotion to run to rather than saying like, I'm really sad. I feel really inadequate right now. My self-esteem now has gotten a little bit lower and I'm feeling a little bit insecure. My confidence has lowered a little bit. No, a lot of people say, I'm angry at them and get all resentful at whoever denied them. Going a little bit deeper is really, really healthy. Don't stay there though. You can feel your feelings, but do not allow those feelings to have control over you. Don't go too crazy. Don't give them so much power they ruin your day, make you short-tempered and snippy. And actually, that's really a result of unacknowledged feelings and stuffed feelings. And so that's my first tip number one. Second, I had to learn to reframe the way I thought about rejection. Rejection does, in fact, feel very personal to you, and because it is. But at the same time, there's many applicants, many opportunities, and it is on their end, they decided what was best for them. I look at rejection as an opportunity to learn more. It doesn't hurt to reach out to them and say, thank you for considering me as a potential applicant. I want to know in the future, what would it take to get a yes from you? What is it that you need? What is it that you're looking for? And honestly, do your research. And if you want to if you want to reduce the amount of rejections, I highly recommend doing thorough research about where you want to apply to. Learn who those supervisors are or who the people are on the board that are making these decisions. Learn what is important to them. Learn what they need, and then make sure you speak to that at interviews or in your essays or when you're approaching them for joint venture opportunities. Know what's going on in their lives or in the business or in the university. Know what's important to them. And then when you're confident that you can help them, make sure you bring that up and speak to exactly what it is that they need and want and you will be considered a lot more often and be accepted a lot more often than you are rejected. But what about the events where you are denied, you did your homework, you reached out, you asked what would it take to get a yes from you, and you do exactly that, and you still get a no? And this had happened to me when I was applying for college. I had one school that I really wanted. My two closest friends were there. I had a family member going there. It was a school I always dreamed of going to, and I got waitlisted. Okay, better than a flat-out denial right off the bat. And I called them. I said, what would it take to be considered for a yes? And they said, we want your ACT score to be higher, and we're concerned about your math grade. I had high grades in everything but math, and math was such a struggle for me. I hated it. And so I stayed after school like 2 days a week with my teacher and had 2 different math teachers that I worked with, I think, almost every day for hours a day. And then I studied for hours at a time to learn the math that I needed to learn. I also took the ACT 3 times. I got the same score every time. And I could not move my math grade to be above a C. In fact, I think I had like a D, a very low C, if not a high D. And this school wanted a B, and I couldn't get it. And months later, after diligent, very hard work, I got the final rejection saying I was not accepted into their school. It hurt. I was sad. I was disappointed. I felt like I failed. I grieved. And I moved on. I had 5 universities that wanted me. I had a friend going to each of those universities and met plenty of more schools that wanted me than the one that didn't. And the school I chose was not a reflection of me. It did not mean I was less worthy and stupid. And honestly, the school you attend does not define or make or break the success in your life. You know how many people that never got college degrees that moved on and lived a legacy and changed the world with their lives? You know how many Stanford University students that are out there, or graduates that are out there, that probably don't even have a job right now? You cannot put your identity in the one thing that you want. And the moment you do that, that's when it's very, very hard to get over rejection. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Have many opportunities and really try. Yes, you can have the one you really want. And you can do what it takes to go after it and be diligent and study and research and just do what you need to do to get that yes, but also accept that the no may come. And that does not mean to give up. That means to just try a different way and to accept what you do have. Look at what you already have. Celebrate the yeses that are already in your life. Stop looking at what you don't have. Yes, it's a goal. Yes, it's something to work for. But who already is in your life? Who already wants you? Who already is there? Don't ignore them. It's not all about the one thing you don't have. So I hope this was helpful. Reach out to me. Check me out at movedbypurpose.net. Reach out in an email to me. I love hearing from you. Recommend any type of topics you want me to talk about. Send me a personal question. I also have a podcast, the Moved by Purpose podcast. It's on Stitcher and iTunes. You can send me questions you want me to answer on these videos or on my podcast or even write about in my blog. Or I'll even try to get back with you, or an assistant of mine will get back to you to address. I read every email, and I acknowledge every email, and try to have it set up where you are responded to. So don't be a stranger. Take care.